Hey, Ezekiel, I have an idea that we need to worldcraft.
DJ, what is your amazing idea?
Okay, so this idea, it's a world where
Yes.
one side of the world is normal and vibrant and full of life, regular, normal Earth life. And the other side is this fiery gorge of volcanic activity and like, broken rocks and mountains that are burning up from the heat and the lava and all sorts of chaos like that.
Oh, oh my. So, okay, all right. Let me mental picture this for a second. You have a world and has an equator going around it. Everything on top of the equator is full of life and it's normal. Like it's full of growth and green grass and trees and stuff. But then below the equator, it's just nothing but like a hellscape filled with volcanoes and lava rivers and burning. Everything's burning. Fix my
Yeah,
mental
something
picture.
like that.
Refine it.
In my mind, for some reason, I was thinking of more like the dividing line was a north and south line.
Okay.
So the east side would be one thing and the west side would be the other thing. But
Oh,
that's
okay.
not exactly
Right. So
important.
we're gonna rotate that. Okay, sweet. So half of the world on like the left side. Just say we're gonna take the camera, we're gonna go out into space. This is from we're standing on the moon, me and you. We're looking at this world. And
Uh,
on this world, the left side
yeah,
is nothing but burning lava and like it's just on fire constantly. And the right side is like a happy, joyous place with like a giant, like maybe an ocean and like greenery and like a pretty mountain range that has soft snow snowing on it. I don't know.
exactly.
Is that mental
That's
picture a little
exactly what this.
perfect? Perfect. Okay.
That's exactly what we're dealing with here.
Okay. All right. How do we get off the moon?
I don't know. You put us here, so
All
why
right. All
don't
right.
you
Okay.
figure out how to go?
All right. All right. We click our heels together. We're now on this planet.
All right. So, what era should this be? My favorite default era is just fantasy, medieval, Renaissance, whatever, Lord of
Hmm.
the Rings type
It's a
stuff.
great era. Era.
What the? Yeah,
What kind of
yeah,
era?
I agree with that.
What kind of what kind of world are we building? So let me ask a couple key questions and you can kind of fill in the gap. I'm guessing no one lives on the lava side. Is this an accurate statement?
No humans.
No humans live on the lava
Humans
side. All
on
right.
the
So
lava
that
side.
means that there are things that live on the lava side. Are these like lava type like golems or ogres that are like just that have basically they're like rock lava creatures that like walk around and they're like these rocky creatures with veins of lava that run up their arms and through their chest and down their legs. I mean, is
I
that
like it. So
right?
basically, from what you're describing, is I get the idea that fire slash lava for them is like water for us.
Oh, yeah. They swim
Yeah.
across the lava
Like
lakes and
humans
stuff.
are made up.
They
Yeah, that. And then also humans are made up of a lot of water, not necessarily in liquid form, but then these animals and creatures, whatever they might be, have a lot of
liquid
I don't know how
lava.
it works exactly. Fire, some sort of liquid magma and built into their DNA.
So so our hearts pump blood, but their hearts pump magma filled with minerals that pump the energy through through their bodies. We're making a whole like skeletal vision of these creatures. Um, are these creatures
Yeah,
intelligent, or are these like just
they
like
can.
the so I was thinking about, and we can
Oh,
scrap this idea for a second. I was thinking about these creatures being like the ogres of a fantasy land, but then maybe there's like another race there, and like their skin is like super leathery because it's been like scorched a lot, and it's super tough, and they just live, and these are like humanoid type creatures, and then they live and they've built cities like in the side of volcanoes and stuff. And these creatures can also swim and live in this terrible climate. But
yeah. No, I like that. We're definitely not limited to just one species. I mean, certainly there'd be some sort of intelligent life in addition to animal life
mhm,
because, well, I mean, at some point the two worlds have to the people from the two worlds have to interact.
yeah.
Otherwise, it's like, what are we even here for?
So you mentioned
So
animal life.
I like that.
You mentioned animal life. So are you
Yeah.
thinking like there's lava deer, lava bears, lava rabbits, lava dogs, lava horses? Like are we thinking stuff like that? They're just
I
like ooh,
wasn't
okay.
I I wasn't necessarily thinking just lava versions of all the animals that exist, but certainly different types of animals that exist in the lava form.
So I have a question and we can adapt this as we will. Is the log
Dragons.
Ooh, dragons? That's good. That's good. I want to get to the dragons in just a moment, but I want to
Mhm,
finish out this idea that we can scrap or change later. But this
mhm.
lava side of the world, is it similar? Is it a scorched land, or is it similar to the living side, but everything works off of a different nutrition system? Like there's flowers that grow that pull magma and all the minerals that come with it through their stems and just out to their petals. And so they're like magma flowers. And there's magma trees that pull that basically they they feed off the ash that falls from the sky, and then when a volcano goes off and it rains down hot magma, it would be the equivalence to rain, basically. And so
Okay.
and so like
Yeah, I like that.
and so it's like a mere opposite of our world or the healthy world, but it's all basically working off of a much more dangerous hot magma foundation. And we can play with that later.
Yeah.
Or we can scrap the whole thing and make it a
Yeah.
scorched world where things go to die.
No, 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 no. I like that. But here's what I'll say to that. I'll add to it. If a person from the healthy world went to the fire side, it would look to that person just like a wasteland. The same as if someone from the fireside went to the healthy world, it would look like a it would be the equivalent of a frozen wasteland because the fireside needs such hot
Mhm.
temperatures that the normal temperatures would be
It would
freezing,
be cold
basically.
in comparison. Yes.
Yeah, so they would see the trees and the flowers and the dirt, and they would just see it as all like one just thing that's frozen, basically. The same as if someone from the healthy side went to the fire side, they would just see it as like magma and rock and all this, melting stuff. So it's hard for the two sides to perceive the other side
Hmm.
as the people who are from that side perceive it.
And I'm guessing due to this, there is no small level of conflict, but we can get to that in a minute. I feel like we're skipping steps here. Let's continue on this process
Yes.
of fleshing out the magma side. So we have a more
Right.
advanced species here, the basically the magma people, and they've built. So I've imagined for just a moment. We're on the magma side, and we're standing at the base of one of these volcanoes. And the volcano is massive, and it's huge, and it reaches up to the ash clouds that it's spewing out. And that's covering the sky. And in built into the side of the volcano, like carved out a little bit, are these houses or basically a city that has been carved out of the side of the volcano. And these magma people live there in the side of the volcano, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. No, I like that. That's good. And there are probably animals that live in the magma of the volcano
Like
that they
fish?
can hunt.
Oh,
Yeah, like lava fish
lava fish. I like it. Or
or
dragons.
something, or lava worms,
Worm.
fire worms.
Fire worms.
I feel like that's already a thing somewhere.
I like it.
Yeah, or dragons. Dragons.
So I was thinking of these dragons. Do you have any idea what you want to do with them?
Hmm. Um, no.
So a thought I
Love.
had that I need your opinion on then is these dragons rule different regions of the lava side. And the people, the humanoid people that live there, have to bring tribute to these dragons. Otherwise, they will destroy the cities of these people as recompense. Basically, just take everything they have because dragons love possessions of value.
Oh, they do. They do love that. What about this?
Yeah, yeah. What you got?
Traditionally speaking, dragons breathe fire.
Mm-hmm.
So what if these dragons breathe ice instead?
Oh,
Because in this magma side, breathing fire wouldn't do anything.
yeah.
But if they breathed ice,
Ice.
that would be devastating. And the water wouldn't last very long, but much like an explosion, it's so intense that it doesn't need to last very long to do damage.
Yeah. Okay. So okay. I had an idea. So on the normal side,
All right.
there's dragons too, and those dragons breathe fire.
Those dragons breathe fire.
On the fire side,
Whoa.
those dragons breathe ice, or or they could be like water dragons, and they breathe water. And so when the water hits the lava, it turns it to obsidian because that's how that because
Mm,
the modern world has taught us that's how.
why not?
Because block games tell us that's how it should work.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes.
and so like you have these ice dragons and these water dragons, because the ice would melt. And so they're ice dragons, but as they're breathing the ice, it's turning to steam and turning to water. And as the water hits somebody, it like freezes. I don't know what it does. It turns them to obsidian. Ooh, even
Yeah.
better. So like when it fires onto somebody, the water's kind of has a magical property, and as the steam or the water ice hits you, it turns your skin to obsidian, and it you basically become a statue, it becomes statuified. And then what he does is he collects all the statues and brings them to his lair, and then sets them up like little trophies, or like his terracotta
Like
army,
little chess
like
pieces.
little chess pieces.
That's
and and
cool.
so the dragon will collect things in the fire world. Like he'll go around and he'll see like a massive fire stag that's like 20 feet tall, the size of like an elephant, and its antlers reach up to the sky. And he'll find it and he'll attack it. He'll breathe his fire, his water, his ice all over it, and it'll turn to obsidian. And then he'll take it back and he'll just set it right in the middle of his room as a centerpiece.
And that's why the dragons rule the lands
That's why
because they no one can defend against them because they have that long range capability that's so powerful.
And yes, it's like the counter magic to the lava side of the world.
Yes, it's the antidote. It's the opposite.
It's the opposite. All right. That's pretty. And so like the people there, so you would think they give tribute to the dragon so the dragon doesn't come and harvest them.
Yes.
And some
Yes.
and you think that sometimes the dragons become malicious and they look down at a group of people and it's like,
Oh, for sure.
I will wait another 100 years before I
It's like,
harvest this group, and I'll continue to let them bring me their precious items as tribute.
oh, for sure. They don't let the people um settle in places for too long because they get more powerful the longer they stay because they'll get smart and they'll develop things and the dragons don't want that. So every now and then they attack these settlements to stir things up and keep things interesting. Also, every now and again they get the desire to have some lava people to eat instead of just the animals that the lava people bring them.
What a delicious snack. Sorry, I was embodying. Yeah,
No, that was good. That was good.
yeah.
It was terrifying.
It was terrifying. That's what we're going for. So like these dragons are
Yeah.
the scorn of the world. Do you so you were mentioning that the people would become too smart or too strong. So that means these dragons can probably be defeated with enough coordination.
Oh yeah, that can be. You just have to outsmart them,
And how would
which is
you
possible because they're not.
keep going, keep going.
Oh, how what?
How would you outsmart them? How would you defeat an ice dragon?
Um. Well, they're very distractible. So
Okay.
once the dragon's focused on a thing, it's not really going to um look behind it. And the problem is though, dragons don't like to land until they've dealt their devastation, as we've seen in countless movies and
Mm-hmm.
shows and whatnot.
And those are always correct
So
and accurate.
yeah, no, those are all documentaries basically.
That's right.
So either you have to pull something like from The Hobbit and shoot it out of the sky with something while it's, attacking a different part of the settlement or whatever. Or you have to wait until it destroys the whole settlement and then it'll land as it's collecting all of its trinkets. Then you spring a trap on it while its back is turned. It's very difficult to penetrate the scales, but it's possible. You just have to have the an obsidian blade sharpened
Ooh.
to the sharpest it could possibly be sharpened, and that'll cut right through it like butter.
Ooh. I
Yeah.
like it. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. So we have
Okay,
established
go
the
ahead.
lava side. Is there anything else that we want to do here before we take a journey?
Um, no, I don't think so.
Okay, we got dragons, we got an
Okay.
intelligent race, we got
The
golems.
transition,
Ooh,
originally, I was thinking the transition would just be like this mountain range, and on the one side is um lava pushing against the mountains, and on the other side maybe an ocean or
ooh
something
yeah.
pushing against the mountain. Which
So
I
is
suppose
a
there's a
lava
lot
ocean
of.
a lava ocean on one side, mountains in the middle, and then an ocean on the right side, a water ocean.
Yeah, which there's going to be a lot of transition period, and maybe that's what some of it is. But I think part of it should be this long transition, like miles and miles and miles
Miles and miles of
of
mountains.
flat ish wasteland,
So like a
a
desert,
desert
like a
maybe,
desert.
or rock. And as it goes from the heat of the fireside to the
All right,
normacy of the regular side, plants and things start to
to appear.
appear and grow up as the temperature goes down to what it is.
All right. I love this idea of having a lava ocean, then land mass, and then a water ocean. That basically parallels the land mass and it goes all the way around the center of the world. Running laterally. Not laterally. Horizontally. Okay. I'm gonna continue. All right, so we're gonna go on a journey real quick. And we can change this and adapt this, but I'm gonna run this by you and we can talk about it more. So we're going for the lava side, and so we come across, and there's this massive lava boat that's made out of stone. This stone or obsidian itself, stone mixed with obsidian. So we get on this boat and we ride across the lava ocean, and in front of us we see a massive desert. And as we get close to the desert, they drop a smaller boat and we go off and basically we go onto the beach. Say we jump off the boat and our feet land on glass. The entire beach is nothing but glass. And as the tide of the lava ocean comes in, it catches more sand and it melts it and it turns it to glass. And so the entire lava side of this massive sand desert or this beach is glass. And then we walk across
Oh,
and then we walk across this desert. And we walk and we walk and it's miles and miles and we barely have enough water to get past. And we get to the other side. And as we get close to the other side, we start to see plants and trees and basically animals of different sorts, birds. And then we get to the beach, and there we see a normal ocean lapping up onto the shore, cleaning the sand with its saltiness or fresh water.
mm.
So that was one thing. Another idea I had, but what do you think about that?
Then you could have people harvesting the glass to
Oh,
use.
yeah.
Like you could have glass harvesters to use the glass for windows and stuff. But it might just be.
So that means people live in the desert.
Yeah.
And so
But
you
there has to be something special about that glass because, like, I have to imagine it'd be easier to just make your own glass.
it's probably like
Maybe
you have
that
a
glass
free
is extra hard,
ex,
extra tempered, extra
extra
strong.
it's magical glass. I don't know. It's
It's or maybe it's all in the marketing. They
so
just say
marketing.
this is glass from the fire side.
It might be easier to mine an
Cost.
endless beach of glass than it would be to make it. And so maybe the quantity over quality, or the quality and the quantity of the glass make it very valuable. To where when we land on the beach and we jump down and our feet land on glass, we look over and made from stone and glass, there is like a giant house. And this house is like pulling lava up from the ocean. It's pouring the lava onto the sand, and basically it's a glass factory. And as we're there, we see a horse-drawn carriage, and on the back of this carriage is a massive barrel. And this barrel is just full of water because there's no water on the lava side. And so they have to like curry water back and forth. Maybe there's a whole like
Yeah.
economy here. Just then this is
There
just
is
in
a
the
whole economy.
and then just in this belt.
Yes.
Um, I had another idea.
And then there are special beads of glass
Yes.
that have like that are made from when other materials get mixed in with the sand, and they use those for money.
Money, money, money. It's like a special, like it has gold in the middle of it, maybe.
Yeah.
Or there's like a nugget of diamond.
Silver or diamonds or rubies, emeralds, sapphires.
That's all encased in the glass. So you can see it.
And,
And it
and
glimmers in
it's
the
nearly
moonlight.
indestructible.
Yes.
It would take a substantial force to crack it or scratch it.
Okay. Here's the
All right, what was your other idea?
second idea I had. Is there's a part in this belt or this vertical belt that where there's no landmass in between the lava and the water. And so it's a place where both of the oceans have met and hit one another. And so for a span of miles, there's nothing but a flat sheen of obsidian. Perfectly flat.
Oh,
You can see little places where the ripples might have curved it as it solidified. But as you walk across, it is just black and flat and reflects the sunlight. Sheen. It has a.
that's not how black things work.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, you're saying it's shiny. Okay.
It is
Yeah,
shiny.
I
Yeah,
get
you're
it.
right. It has a sheen to it.
So on the one side you have water washing onto the obsidian, and on the other side you have lava washing onto the obsidian, and the middle is all just
Obsidian.
flat
Mm-hmm.
obsidian.
And so, and the obsidian goes
Like,
down to like the bottom of the oceans, basically, because that's where they've met. Um,
yes.
and then we have our sweet mountains, and the mountains span miles. You would have to trek through them. It is very treacherous to trek through these mountains. So those are the ideas that I have, but make them better, fix them. What do you got?
No, those are good. I like those.
Okay. All right.
The yeah, we'll move on. What do you have for the not fireside?
I was actually gonna ask you what you if you could describe to me the landscape one more time on the not fire side, so I can get my mental picture right.
Okay. Well, it seems like for the most part we're going to a at least semi fantasy era. So I guess we'll just keep with that. So the landscape is very normal for that sort of era. Just stone buildings, green fields, trees, oceans some places, land other places. Nothing particularly interesting or extravagant about it.
Okay. Um, do we think that dragons also
Except for
rule?
the dragons.
Do the dragons rule like they do on the lava
I
side?
think, okay, I think here's what happened.
Okay.
The dragons used to rule, and then some of the people killed some of the dragons.
Yeah.
And so now the not fire side is divided into the land that's ruled by the dragons and the land that's not ruled by the dragons. The land that's ruled by the people. And they have
By the
in
people
the
and
throne
for the
room
people.
of the king, they have the dragon skeletons
Yes. There.
somewhere. I'm not sure where, hanging from the ceiling or like made into the throne, like the wings and the head
Yeah.
come up out of the throne.
And maybe these dragons get so big that one of the kings have made their castle out of the rib cage.
Oh, that's very large.
It's
They're
very
very small. It's a very large dragon or a very small castle.
That's right. Maybe there's a kingdom of gnomes, and these gnomes stand about a foot tall. They wear pointy hats that's also a foot tall, so altogether they're about 2 feet tall. At least that's what a gnome would tell you. And they're very fierce creatures, people.
They like to keep sandwiches in their hats
They
for
like
some
they
reason.
like to keep sandwiches in their hats, and they will battle you anywhere, anytime. But it will always be a dance battle.
Because gnomes love dancing.
Gnomes love dancing,
They also like riding lawnmowers.
mm-hmm. and how and how they killed this dragon to make their castle out of is they rode their army of lawnmowers to the castle, to the cave of the dragon, and they yelled to the dragon, "Come out so we can fight." And the dragon came out and said, "We're gonna fight." And he's like, "Yes, but first we're gonna play a game. You know, dragons, they love games." Guess what game they played?
Dance Revolution.
They played Dance Gnome Revolution. And the dragon lost. And the dragon was like, "Okay, 2 out of 3.
Days and days.
Days and days." It was a fierce battle. This fierce dance battle. Guess who won in the end?
The gnomes.
The
Because everyone
gnome.
knows that a gnome can dance for the rest of eternity.
Or the rest.
But dragons do not have such powers.
Weak dragons can't dance.
So
So
they danced and danced until the dragon just fell over dead.
they danced until they died. At least the dragon died. And
Because
then
dragons are proud creatures, and a dragon would not willingly let itself be beaten by gnomes.
by gnomes, the lowest of the creatures. Literally the lowest.
So it danced because they're short. Yeah, I got it. So the dragon danced until it died.
Mm-hmm. And the gnomes won. They plundered the
Yes.
cave of the dragon. They found much jewels and magical swords and lots of really cool dragon stuff.
Lots of shiny things.
Lots of shiny things, and they took it back to their gnome city, and they made a gnome castle out of the bones of the dragon. So anytime you visit the gnome kingdom, you're like, "Wow, these gnomes have to be fearsome warriors," and they'll say, "Yes, we are," and then they'll hit a pose.
But not as fearsome as we are at dancing.
Ah,
That's what they'll say.
that's what they say. Then they hit another pose.
Very fearsome dancers. 'Cause they love their poses.
All right, the gnomes are
Not only are they dancers, they're also posers.
posers. They like to dance where they're posing in the dance moves and all the different dance moves.
Yes.
They hit the pose. But these gnomes. All right, so okay, we got the gnomes. Gnomes are cool. Keeping the gnomes. The gnomes are good. Mm-hmm.
Dragons. What else do we have over here?
I mean, we could have. Oh, what else could we have? We could have. I mean, people and gnomes. That's a lot. Like, right there, the gnomes are a lot. They tried to take over the
What
king.
if
Okay, continue. I'm gonna stop with the gnomes.
what if this? Here's what I would throw out there. What if we had a long time ago we had this triad of species. It's like the humans, elves, and dwarves or something.
Yeah.
And then the dragons came and they were like, the dwarves and the elves are too powerful. The humans are the weakest species, so we'll keep them and we'll massacre everyone else. So the dragons went and they destroyed all the elves and all the dwarves. Or at least they thought they did. So there are still some out there, some small settlements of elves and dwarves, but they're all in hiding. And that's why humans are mostly.
That is amazing. I'm so invested now. So like the dwarves, they got like taken out. So the dwarves dug down and hid beneath the earth. And the elves, they just faded away into obscurity. And so let me think about it like this. Like if you meet an elf, it's like finding a unicorn or it's like finding a magical creature almost. these elves.
Yeah,
It's like it's like the elves that live in the woods. They hide from the dragons.
the wood elves.
The wood elves.
They live in the top of trees. In trees.
Hmm.
Yes.
And then the dragons kept the humans because they were the weakest.
They're right, because they said these people will never be powerful enough to defeat us. But they were wrong, some of them. So some human kingdoms are free, but
Some of them
some
aren't.
others are still under of the dragons.
There's free kingdoms, and then there's kingdoms under the rule of a tyrant dragon. Because all these dragons are tyrants in this world.
And they don't get along with each other.
They do not. The dragons don't. Yeah, the dragons don't get along with each other. Unless you're talking about the people.
No, the people get along with each other. The dragons don't get along with each other because dragons are proud creatures and they don't share their glory or their treasure.
So I'm guessing these
That's
people
why,
that are
that's why dragons are always going extinct.
the people that are slaves to the dragon, they have to bring tribute to the dragon. So I'm guessing they have to bring their flocks of sheep, they have to bring their herds of cattle, they have to bring their best harvest of wheat and corn to these dragons. Every year they have to bring a tribute. And that's the nice dragons. The mean dragons, to steal from a story, is every year you have to give a person. And some years it's actually the first year it was 10. The second year it was 11. The third it was 12.
Goes up every year.
Every year it's gone up. And now we're to 100 and like 20 something. 24. It's been over 100 years that they've done this.
And it's like a Hunger Games type thing where they draw names out of a hat and you can volunteer if you want,
Mm-hmm. I like
but
that.
it's not. There's no winning.
And
So all the old people,
mm-hmm.
the old and useless people are like, I'll I'll do it. I'm old. I lived my life. I'll go get eaten by the dragons. By the dragons.
And sometimes the sadistic dragons are like, I'm tired of this old meat. Bring me something
Sometimes this aged meat.
aged.
Fresh.
I want something fresh. Yes. And on that faithful day, that is when the people broke.
Faithful.
And they grabbed their pitchforks and they put them in the furnace and they turned their pitchforks into spears. They turned their farming instruments into swords and shields. And they marched upon the cave of the dragon. Thousands of them died. But so did the dragon.
And in the blood of those thousands more had their freedom.
Thousands more had their freedom.
They would no longer live under the tyranny of the dragon, sacrificing their people to remain alive.
I like it.
Well, that's thoroughly depressing.
Yeah. I mean, I was actually gonna make it even more depressing. So you have that dragon got defeated, and so the other dragons see that this one kingdom rose up and defeated their master. And so to set a precedent, the dragon went and burned the city to the ground, another dragon, because he didn't want his kingdom thinking that they could do the same thing.
He burned the city of the kingdom that killed the dragon?
A different dragon. Because other kingdoms started to hear about the one kingdom that defeated their dragon, and they started getting ideas. And so one of the other kingdom's dragons came and burned the city to the ground.
But then a dragon said to himself, look at all this free land. I'll go take this free land. And he tried to incorporate it into his dominion, but he couldn't rule all of it, and the people
Ooh,
got him and killed him
it gave the people enough time and enough freedom to become free once and for all.
to kill him and take his bones and his scales and make armor and his bones and make weapons. I don't, what do you make out of animal bones?
I don't know. I was thinking a throne room, where you make it in a castle.
Oh,
But I like
that's
this.
pretty cool.
But when you were speaking and you were, I mean, that's what you said earlier. Like you were like the king's throne room is chairs made out of the dragon bones of being defeated. But you made me think while you were saying they took parts of the dragon and they made like armor and they made weapons out of it. You made me think of a group of people, and maybe not all people. Maybe there's
Special forces.
a special forces group that have dragon instruments and they go around and they kill dragons. Like that is their job.
And all of their weapons are made out of obsidian.
All their weapons are made out of obsidian, but they don't have any obsidian at this moment, so they had to go over to the lava side and get obsidian.
And they had to harvest it and then they had to craft it.
Mm-hmm. And so,
But it all has to be crafted on the fire side of the world because that's the only place that the temperatures are hot enough to melt it.
all right, I have an idea.
So even though obsidian is a very common material, having something made out of obsidian is very, very costly.
I like it.
Okay, what's your idea?
Okay. All right. And we can change this and we can scrap the whole thing. I'm thinking of that special forces group that you mentioned earlier. We got a human, we got a dwarf, we got an elf, and we got a gnome. And
Okay,
okay, yeah, yeah. And
I'm
they
here for it.
have all come from the human is a survivor of the genocide that the one dragon did to the kingdom. So he survived it. The the dwarf is somebody that has basically returned to the surface, um, just to find the dragons ruling everything. And but then I don't know. What do you think his backstory is? How did a dwarf get a part of this group? Why does a dwarf want to kill a dragon so bad?
I think
What drives
he,
him?
I think he got lost as a kid.
Okay.
He ventured too close to the surface, and his parents always told him not to do that, but he did it anyway because he was a curious child, and he got lost on the surface and adopted by these people. And then dragons came and killed the people.
The adopted mom and
But since
dad?
the dwarf, exactly, since he was a dwarf, he was much tougher than the humans, and so he
He
survived.
survived with burn marks.
Yeah. And because of that, he hates dragons and he wants to kill them all because the dragons killed his family. Because everyone knows that dwarves are very emotional and they never forget and they never forgive.
Mm-hmm. Very tough and angry people.
And because he's a dwarf, he has a natural skill at blacksmithing.
Oh yeah. He's
So he's the one who makes all of the
weapons.
weapons because he can stand the heat because he's a dwarf.
I love it. Okay, so how what that's actually amazing. So the dwarf is part of this group now. And then we have an elf. Actually, then we have a gnome. And the gnome is part of the group because he was kicked out of the gnome kingdom because he was too violent.
Because of diversity reasons.
Oh yeah, that's the why. What makes a gnome
He's
die?
more of a mascot,
He was more of a
but they have to have him to meet the quotas.
like he didn't like this gnome didn't like he was useless, so they made him the mascot. He was like, Nomeo,
It's actually a different gnome every time because the gnome dies every time they face a dragon because the gnome is useless.
I
I'm
love.
just kidding. What did you have?
I
What
was
was your
I had like a violent gnome, like a gnome that didn't like fit in with like the dance off vibe, and
He
like
wasn't a dancer.
he wasn't a dancer, he couldn't dance. He was just like
He was more of a
he was a like, do you know what we should have done? Like he talked like he's 1 foot tall, but he talk and he has like a beard and it's all gray and he's like this old gruff gnome.
Wolverine
He
voice.
was all like, we shouldn't have danced off with that dragon. We should have just ripped his eyes out and made him look at himself as we stabbed him to death with all of our little knives. It would have been much more efficient than dancing for 40 days and 40 nights. And so they kicked him out.
And all the other gnomes are just like,
All they're all like in pans. Like we look at the other gnomes and they're just their faces are just in like pure shock. Like one of them were like covering the ears of one of like the small gnome children.
they're all just slowly moving away from the aggressive gnome. Like the gap's getting bigger and bigger, and he's just looking at them like they're the weirdos.
And so they kick him out, and he's like, fine, I'm going to go find a group of individuals that hate dragons just as much as I do and are willing to do anything it takes to see them bleed. And then he leaves.
And he has an obsidian hat
And he has an obsidian hat. So
that he
so
uses
he
to
can
stab
stab
the
people.
dragon.
He can stab them with it. He headbutts the dragons. Actually, I have a whole scene that we're gonna use him later. He's gonna look at the dwarf. He's gonna go, dwarf, throw me, dwarf, throw me. Use me. I can do this. This is my destiny, dwarf. Throw me as hard as you can at the dragon. It's like I will be the final nail in the coffin. But we're gonna save that for later.
I like it.
That's a big moment. That's a big moment for him. But it'll be later. That's not right now. All right, then we have an elf, and I need your help. What are we thinking for the elf?
I think okay. He's just misunderstood,
Maybe
and he doesn't understand why the elves are being secluded.
maybe he's an
Well,
artsy
they're
elf.
secluding themselves when they should do something. He wants to do something. He's tired of waiting around.
Yeah, he's tired of it. He's tired of the hiding. He's
It's not a
tired of
phase, Mom. I mean,
it's not a phase.
he's tired of hiding, and he wants to go. He
418,
wants to do something. He wants to see the
Mom.
world.
I need to get out of the tree. I've been here long enough. I'm 118. Actually, I'm 418. I'm old enough.
And one day, as he's walking through the forest, he sees a woman, a human woman.
Oh my goodness. And he falls in love, and then a
And
dragon
he
comes and
becomes
eats her.
smitten with her. Exactly.
Sorry, I didn't mean to steal your thunder, but that was where you were going. I'm sorry.
No, that's exactly where I was going. That's
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah, you like it's like I love you, and the dragon comes and like just hope, just a little hope, just one little hope, and then the guy, oh, she's gone, and then he comes.
But he has reason to hate dragons now.
He has a reason to hate dragons now. He like comes back. He has like he found a bouquet of flowers that he's picked himself. And he comes back to the village where he's smitten with this woman, and the entire village is burnt to the ground. And he makes his way, he's running at this point to where her house was, and there she is. But she's not alive. Obsidified. So do the fire dragons turn the people into obsidian on the normal side?
No, they just burn.
They just burn them. So there is a burned corpse of his true love. And now he's angry. He wants the dragons gone. He's tired of their tyranny. I love it.
But she had a necklace or something, and he takes the necklace and he wears it because of love.
It's so nice. It plucks my heartstrings when you say stuff like that.
Yeah,
Good.
and then every time he's fearing for his life,
Mm,
he puts his hand on the necklace and gives him strength and courage.
this is good.
It reminds him what he's fighting for.
This is good. This is
And he
good.
says, I will not let any more people die. If I can stop it, then I'm
Dude,
going to stop it.
the romance people are going to eat this stuff up. This is good stuff. This is good. Well, there's your romance.
Yeah, that's good.
Dude, we're cooking. We're cooking. This is good. All right. So we got our group. We got our group.
Romance between an elf and a dead woman.
Mm-hmm. No, but it's like what you said with the necklace.
Hey, they
You
say
know,
true love never dies.
true
So
never dies.
it should be basically the same thing as if she were still alive
Mm-hmm. He does everything for her.
in this story.
She does everything for her, and so yeah. Okay. All right. I love it. We're gonna continue. We have our group. We got our
Yes.
our crazy dwarf man that just yeah, and then a dwarf. That's our crazy gnome, dwarf, man, and elf. And they need weapons. They need to go to the lava side. The dark side.
Yes.
They need to go to the dark
They
side.
need to go to the dark side. They need to go to the dark side where their anger and rage will fuel their drive,
Mm-hmm.
and it will cause them to be more powerful than the dragons could ever imagine.
Ever imagine? Take the obsidian sword, strike the dragons down, and the journey will be complete. Okay.
Yes.
Good. Okay. So they
Achievement acquired.
achievement like achievement just pops up on the front of his achievement acquired. You Sith acquired. Let's continue. We're cooking though. This is great. This is good stuff.
Okay, let's do this.
All right. So I'm guessing this group of people they go to the vertical the separation. We need like a cool name for this area that separates the life and the magma side, the water side and the fire side.
Two sides.
We'll call it the divide.
The Great Divide.
The grand divide. Yeah. No,
Yes.
we call it the Great Divide. They make it to the Great Divide.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We'll focus group that one. We'll call it Reggie.
Send it to the focus group.
Yep. All right. Tell him
No, it's Reggie.
it's Reggie. So they make it to Reggie, which is the Great Divide, and they have to cross it. Which landmass type that I described earlier do you think would be most interesting for them to run into first?
Oh, well, there's a big division there because the dwarf wants to go the mountain way, and the elf wants to go I don't know, maybe there's like a forest that transitions from regular trees to fire trees or whatever, and that's the way the elf wants to go, and the human wants to go the glass way, the glass beach way where the glass harvesters are, because that's logical. It's the most traveled way. It's technically speaking the safest. And then no one wants to go the flat way.
The flat way. Cross the obsidian.
Yes.
Which they're on a quest.
Across the obsidian.
They're trying to find an obsidian smith. Or the blacksmith is needing to find fresh obsidian, or he needs a place where he can make obsidian. Because
they need to find a forge.
I'm assuming obsidian's super hard, so it's not like you can't harvest it very well. And you definitely can't harvest it and mold it into a way of a sword. So it's like they need to take water to the lava to make obsidian.
Yeah. Well, they have a bunch of different things they could do, but they don't really know how to forge with obsidian, so they hear legend of a obsidian smith who lives
Legend.
so far into the fireside.
The
And they're
prophecy.
like, we have to go find him. And they're like, well, can we even survive that far into the fireside?
The prophecy.
There's a prophecy now. Does it rhyme?
No, I don't know. No, you
You
did
know
the.
it's true if it rhymes.
Yeah. Yeah. When four races arrive at your door, they will be the ones that make the dragons no more. That's all I got.
Well,
That's all,
good. That's
that's all I
good.
got.
No, that's a good prophecy.
It's yeah, yep. So, so they're looking for this legendary obsidian sword maker that can make them all weapons to
Oh,
attack
but
the dragon.
they have the dragon armor,
Oh yes.
which makes it so they can stand the heat better because the scales absorb the
Mm,
heat.
that's right, because they defeated a dragon. They almost died doing it, but they
And it doesn't necessarily have to cover all of their skin. It just has to be kind of above their skin so that as the heat is emanating towards their skin, it's absorbed by the scales instead of actually reaching their skin.
I like it. Maybe they have like these cool, or maybe so think of it like they have these special fire suits. Do you know how, like in Dune, the Fremen have the desert suits? I forgot what
Yeah.
they're called, but so we could make almost an equivalence of that, not like with the water stuff, but like the dragon's clothing is like long sleeve and goes and they have gloves and they have like kind of like this scarf that goes around their head and they have these glass goggles that come down over their eyes and a cloak that goes over their head
Mm,
and they look really cool. The key part is they look really cool.
that's the key part.
That's the key part. It's the most
It's
important part.
like 90% of the journey is looking cool.
Yeah, yeah. Why would you go on a journey without looking with you gotta make it look cool.
You have to look epic
Dude,
while you're going. Because
that's
what's the
right.
point of a journey if you
Dude,
don't look
if
epic
you can't
going on?
aura farm, which is if you can't aura farm as you're journeying, like what are you doing? What are you doing? You gotta aura farm. You gotta farm
Right?
for the aura.
You gotta do that. You gotta.
And and no one does
Yeah.
that better than the gnome. So like as they're traveling, every time like they get to something new, the gnome is like standing on top of a rock and he's looking off in the distance and just standing there. They're like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm looking for stuff." Forward on, and then he jumps off the rock and continues on. But he always looks cool when he's doing it. He hits a pose.
Someone asks him what he's looking for, and he says, someone asks him what kind of stuff he's looking for. He says, I'm looking for something to kill.
I'm looking for something to kill. I can smell
I'm
it.
gonna get one of these fire beasts, and I'm gonna kill him.
I'm gonna kill him. All right. All right, let's work through this journey real quick. Jump on a boat, go across the river. They get to which landmass type of Reggie?
Oh, Reggie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was glass. They gotta go to the beach. Why would they go any other way?
That's right. That's right. They jump on a wagon, a water wagon, and they pay the wagon driver for a ride. And so they go all the way to a glass harvesting, glass mining facility, and they're just mining this glass off the beach. And every time they mine the glass, they have to do it when the lava's at low tide. And then when it's at low tide, they wait till it's at high tide, and then the next time it's on low tide, they fill all the gaps that they mined with sand again. So when the lava comes back at high tide, it just re-glasses it.
Mm.
It's like an infinite glass duplication. Just filling
And
in
it
a few
really is
gaps.
infinite because they're infinite sand.
It,
They have infinite amount of sand, and the lava's not running out anytime soon. So,
it's constantly being restored by volcanoes going off in the distance, and then all the lava just flowing into the ocean.
So now they have to get a lava boat
They have
and
to get a
sail
lava boat.
across the lava ocean.
So they gotta wait. So let's say this lava guy shows up, a lava man, and he goes, "All aboard for those who are not for willing to go and die." For they're like the only people that go to the lava side are people on either a what are we thinking? Why would somebody from the water side go to the lava side?
Because he wanted to die.
Because they want to die.
Terrible death.
Maybe they're going. Maybe they're
Or
exiled.
because
Exiled.
that's one way. It could be how they execute prisoners. They say, you murderer, you are sentenced to die by sailing into the fireside.
So they wait for the boat, and there next to them, our group of individuals is chained up, are 10 individuals, and then they all get like they're all chained in a line. Their feet are chained together, their hands are chained together, and they have to walk in this line, and they have to board the boat. And then they all board the
And
boat.
also people who are going on a religious, what's it called?
I know what you're talking about. It's called
Pilgrimage.
pilgrimage. Pilgrimage. They're going on a religious pilgrimage. Wow.
They're trying to circumnavigate the world.
Maybe there's a guy named Columbus Christopher, and he wants to make a new trade route because he thinks the world's round. Silly man.
A silly guy.
Silly.
The world's round.
Silly Columbus Chris. So and then all of these like map makers, pilgrimage people, and then our travelers, they're all wearing like fire protective clothing. They still can't handle the heat very well,
But not the prisoners.
but not the prisoners.
That would be a terrible sight to see. They just watch these people screaming, melting away. By the time they get to the other side, they're just gonna be bones that are chained together. Throw the bones in the lava and just pull the chains out. Nothing will be left. Recycle the chains.
Yeah, that would be a terrible sight to see. I'm glad we never have to see that.
Yeah. Or how long is the boat ride?
But I don't know. Probably the lava ocean's pretty big. I bet it takes a day or two.
Hmm. Is this like a legit pirate ship thing, or is this like a sail barge, or is this like a
it could be
one of
like a
those
barge. Then
boats they take across the English
it take
Channel?
like 6 hours. Then if it's a barge, let's say like 6 to 8 hours. But if it's like a long journey, let's make it like a pirate ship, a black pirate ship.
A pirate ship, you gotta have a crew and everything. It has a crew of
We'll call it.
fire people. So you're talking about fire people pirates
Oh my goodness!
sailing around, shooting at each other
We should call it
with
the black
ice cannons.
We should call it the Black Pearl. I mean, sorry, that's too on the nose.
Pearl.
We should call it the Pearl,
Lava pearl.
the Lava Pearl, the Red Pearl. Yeah, I like that one. That one's good. Or maybe the boat's made out of obsidian.
There's a whole avenue of this fireside that we didn't even think about until now.
Dude, little do we know, this is a pirate story. Like, what are we talking? This is about a seafaring pirate story. And as they're on the pirate ship, and the prisoners are screaming and dying and burning alive,
A lava kraken.
there's a lava kraken that shows up. Oh my goodness! It's right there, like the tentacles are coming out of the water. And then like the giant like head comes out of the water, and it's all just like pure magma and like just pulsing with like rock. I don't know, like rock flesh that. And then it's like it's giant, it's all beaky and krakeny. And the tentacles are like wrapping around the boat, and everybody has like pulled their swords and stuff and start like stabbing it and stuff.
But the boat's made out of obsidian, so it's too strong.
It's too strong.
Like to break.
So they have to fight this kraken, and there's magma cannons on board, and they use steam. They use steam as a combustible liquid. So they have water in these little like containers that are like super well insulated, and they pour it. So they load the cannon
That's
with an obsidian ball
the water side people pay the fireside people in water
in water,
because on that side it's such a scarce commodity. It's such a valuable
and
thing.
you can use it for steam powered things. Oh my goodness. All right, let me finish with my cannon. I gotta finish this thought. So you pour the water
Sorry,
in the
go ahead.
in the
Finish your
combustible
cannon.
side of the cannon, and the water immediately turns to steam super rapidly. But it's in a pressure. But then you close the lid, of course, and it pressurizes so quick that it shoots the cannonball out with enough ferocity to strike the kraken in the face. And the gnome goes, direct hit. Give me another cannonball. I heard another one. The gnome's like, this is my moment.
They shoot
Shoot,
the gnome out of the
shoot,
cannon.
shoot me. Shoot dwarf. Dwarf, load me in the cannon. This is where I will find my victory. This kraken will know the wrath of me. Because his hat's made out of obsidian. And so they load the gnome in the cannon. And then the gnome pees his pants and it turns to steam and he shoots himself out of the cannon even before the dwarf could aim. And the dwarf flies and it misses the kraken, but there's another pirate ship on the other side of the kraken, and he hits the pirate ship and he sticks into the side of it like an arrow. And those pirate
And he
those
can use his
what do you got?
he can use his hat as a boat because it's made out of obsidian.
He can use his hat as a bow. And then the dragon scales protect him from the heat.
Exactly.
I was gonna have that. Okay, alternatively, I have an idea. He lands on the second pirate ship that happened to be directly across from the first pirate ship that's carrying all of our heroes. And then he gets on board that pirate ship. And they all look at him like, "What are you?" And he's like, "I'm a gnome. Are you guys ready to die?" And he fights them all. And he beats them all. And then he sails the other pirate ship back to the first pirate ship and then hops on board. And then he lets the other pirate ship sail away.
Or he takes that pirate ship and he rams the kraken with it.
Rams the kraken with it. The gnome is so crazy. And then as
Also, on this pirate ship, he finds a female fire gnome that was taken prisoner.
it's a fire, she has fire powers.
She's the fireside version of a gnome.
So she comes out and she's like, "I can handle this gnome, Captain. I know exactly how to defeat them." And then she hits a pose. And this other
He's
gnome,
a dancer too?
yeah, because all the gnomes are dancers except for our gnome. Our gnome
This
is,
gnome's not a dancer.
yeah, this gnome's like, "Joke's on you. I can't dance with my feet, but I can dance with these knives." And he pulls out these two knives, and they're made from dragon teeth.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then she's like, that's my favorite kind of dancing. And then they do a knife dance fight as they steer the second pirate ship into the kraken.
Yes. Yes. It is what happens.
And then the kraken gets distracted and he grabs the second pirate ship and he sinks it to the bottom as the first pirate ship gets away, and they go to the far shore where the heroes get off and
Okay, I thought of a really
go
cool
find
scene.
the
I thought of a really cool scene.
what is it?
All right. Both of the gnomes are fighting, and it's really, really close quarters fighting. It's very intimate. And they're fighting, and they steer somehow. They steer the
Where are
ship.
they fighting?
They're fighting each other. The gnomes are with swords and knives.
Why are they fighting each other?
Oh, because she works for the other pirate people that was trying to plunder the first pirate people which is the merchant vessel. We'll call it the merchant vessel for continuity purposes. Merchant vessel that's carrying all of the prisoners and our heroes, and they were gonna plunder them. When the Kraken showed up, ruined everything. So she's a fire gnome. She works for the pirates to repair the vessel because she can use her fire powers to kind of like mold the obsidian just a little bit. And so she can like repair the boat. But the two gnomes are fighting, and they somehow distract the captain. And the gnome, during this fighting, he steers the boat into the Kraken, and the Kraken gets distracted, like you said, and wraps around to the pirate boat. But then the gnomes jump on the tentacles of the Kraken, and that's how. And they ride the Kraken tentacles, and they're fighting. They're fighting the whole time. Yes. They're fighting the whole time, and they're like slipping and sliding, and he's like jumping and like bouncing because gnomes, for some reason, they can jump really far and really high because they don't weigh very much. We're gonna just leave it at that. And so they're jumping and like, and they land on the merchant vessel, and they get away. But now the fire gnome is on the merchant vessel, and all the other heroes are there too. Tell me, then what happens?
But it turns out she didn't want to work for the pirates anyway, because she's not a bad person. She's a good person, really. And then they get to the far shore.
Nice.
Where the pirate ship leaves them, and the fire gnome is like, "Hey, can I go with you? Because I'm kind of need some work, and I have nothing to do." And they're like, "Yes, come with us.
No,
We're looking for a
come with me if you want to live."
obsidian smith.
Oh, she's like, she knows.
Hey, I know where.
He knows where Obsidian Smith is. And then they go to the Obsidian Smith. And then the prophet.
And plot twist, it's a dragon.
Oh my goodness, she works for a dragon?
The obsidian smith is a dragon.
The Obsidian Smith is a dragon? Okay, but I have so many questions.
It's a fire dragon from the water side, not a water dragon from the fire side.
Dude, what a... That was good. That was a really good twist. Did not see that coming.
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
So then all the heroes are like, the person we've been looking for this whole time is the type of thing that we're trying to kill. And so they're faced with this moral dilemma of, do we allow ourselves to use these weapons that this dragon will craft us, or do we kill this dragon?
What do they do? What do they do? I got it.
I don't know. It's a dilemma. It's a quandary. It's a
maybe the dragon. So I have a question about this dragon. Can this dragon turn into a human? Like shapeshift into a human?
It's a magic dragon human.
They can shapeshift into a human. Yeah.
There's the word for that.
Or is it full dragon? You're gonna look up the word. So
this is what have it turn into a human.
All right. I think
the fire person.
Based on what you said, I'm actually gonna scrap that idea.
Tell me what you're thinking.
All right. This is my thought. They tell each other. They say, "All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna work with this dragon." And they all go, "No, we're not gonna work with this dragon." And the human's like, "Okay."
And then we're gonna kill it after it makes
us our weapons. We're gonna kill the dragon, but right now we're gonna work with it, and we're gonna get obsidian weapons. And once we have the obsidian weapons, we can do whatever we want. And they're like, "Okay, we can do that." And so they ask the dragon, it's like, "We don't like you, but we want you to make us weapons." And the dragon's like, "Okay, or only for one. You will be in my debt." And they all kind of smirk at each other. They go, "Okay, we'll be in your debt." So he makes them all weapons and stuff, and he gives them all the obsidian swords and blades. But before they can attack, an ice dragon shows up.
And they have to kill the ice dragon.
They have to kill the ice dragon. And the ice dragon pours its ice all over
The
everybody.
condition was
But it doesn't work on them because they're from the water side. They don't turn to obsidian.
they're regular people.
They're regular people.
And the regular dragon can't kill the ice dragon because his fire doesn't work. But the ice dragon's water doesn't work on the fire dragon. So then they just take their obsidian swords and they kill it.
They killed both of them?
No,
Just the ice
they
dragon.
killed the water dragon.
They killed the water dragon.
Yeah.
Or we could have it where the
Water
fate.
dragon.
So okay, let's backtrack just a second. We could have it to where the fire dragon says the only way I'll give you these obsidian swords is if you can take this one obsidian sword. He gives him one obsidian sword. He's like, I'll give you the other three if you go and kill an ice dragon for me. That's been causing me problems. Let me find a dragon's voice. If you kill this ice dragon for me, she is a dangerous one. She wants tribute. She wants me to craft her something special. But I know that she will only kill me after I craft it. And he looks at all of them in the eyes. Because dragons are they betray everyone. They are malicious creatures, and he looks at all of them in the eye. It makes them feel really guilty about what they were going to do.
Oh,
they start to feel really guilty because they were going to do exactly what the ice dragon was going to do to the fire dragon. And so
the ice dragon was going to kill the fire dragon, take its skin, make armor out of the skin so that the ice dragon could go into the waterlands and take over the waterlands.
wow, that's so much more elaborate than what I was thinking.
Because the scales, like the scales, absorb the heat from the fire side, they would also absorb the coldness from the water side, making the heat of the ice dragon's body self-sustaining so it wouldn't feel the cold from the water side. So the dragon suits work both ways.
They work both ways. I just thought about the moral quandary of a dragon wearing a dragon suit. It's really disturbing if you think about it.
Dragons don't really have morals.
That's right. That is correct.
But right, that is really weird.
All right.
Disgusting.
So he wants them to go kill this ice dragon.
Unethical.
Or do you have what else you got?
Yeah.
So they have to go find this ice
About
dragon.
killing the ice dragon?
Yeah, by killing the ice dragon. And then they fight the ice dragon. And this is the moment where the gnome says to the dwarf, "Throw me, throw me." And so
he throws him, and it kills the
ice dragon.
the dragon.
Or it is like he throws the dwarf at the ice dragon, and the ice dragon opens its mouth to swallow the dwarf, and he swallows the dwarf, but he swallows it on the gnome. I got that mixed up. I apologize. The gnome, and as he swallows the gnome like is setting, and he grabs the tongue and he puts his hat straight up in the air. So as the mouth is coming down, the dragon impales herself on the gnome's hat, and it goes up through the top of the mouth into the brain, and the dragon dies.
And then the gnome wiggles its way out of the top of the dragon's head and goes, "Ha! Take that!" or something like that. I don't know, something gnomey.
It's like, I got to watch a dragon die from the inside. It was exhilarating.
And then they cut off its head. Because that's what you always have to do to make sure something is dead.
Yep.
And then they bring the head back to the other dragon.
And the dragon gives them the other three. They give the obsidian smith gives them the other 3 swords. And the dragon says something that they would never think a dragon would ever say. He says, Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds like not all dragons are terrible. Just like not all people are terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I think I really misjudged these dragons.
Maybe. So here, check this. Get this. Maybe all dragons are evil, but this dragon in particular found found religion, found God, and now lives by another moral code and not his own. Maybe the dragon doesn't live the selfish life that the dragon can live.
It found a new nature. It's not living by the dragon nature anymore. It's
No,
living by the
new
new
nature.
nature.
Yes, it's a religious dragon.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. That's what makes this particular dragon. But all the other dragons are terrible creatures
Yes. They're all selfish, prideful, egotistical.
and powerful, which is the worst combination. Because when you're selfish, egotistical, and powerful, and you can do whatever you want, you do whatever you want.
And you also have the power to straight up eat people.
Straight up eat people, rule countries. You are the most powerful being in the world, and you're also have your tendencies are selfishness. So you do whatever you want. So with the power, with great power comes great. Wait, absolute power corrupts absolutely. I was gonna say
Yes.
the wrong one.
No,
All right,
no.
they get the obsidian swords. I was thinking that they save a village or a city, fire city from an ice dragon.
Oh, maybe that's what was happening. The ice dragon was attacking a city,
That,
and that's when they killed it.
that's when they killed it.
Killing two birds with one stone, or in this case, one dragon
Two story.
with one nomad.
Could we have a third story beat?
Oh, he's perfect.
A third one? So they're saving the city from the ice dragon that they have to kill. They're and all of the fire people are fleeing except for one fire person, and this one fire person has had enough. He's ready to stand up to the dragons, and he's alone there, standing there with an obsidian spear, and he's facing down the dragon. And the dragon looks at this fireman or this fire person and goes, "Are you ready to die? I've heard it's quite pleasant. At least I don't know. He said something menacing. I'm trying to think of something. I've heard it's quite painful. Yeah, that's the way we're menacing. Opposite of pleasant." And the guy's like, "I'm ready," or the person's like, "I'm ready to die. I'm ready to do whatever it takes to be done with your tyranny." And he charges at the dragon, and right as the dragon is about to blow his ice on the fire person and turn him to obsidian, the four heroes show up and like take the blast, and they cover with one of like the shields, and because they don't turn to obsidian when they get sprayed with ice because they're from the water
And it's
side,
just water for them.
and so they protect the guy. And he's like, and they're like, "Let's get to work." And then they do this like cool fight thing, and the gnome's like, "Throw me, throw me." And then the fire guy joins their group.
Joins their team.
He joins the team. And they make him some fire armor out of the ice dragon scales that allows him to go to the water side.
And they make some for the that ruins what I had planned later for the gnome and the fire gnome.
What did you have?
Well, I was gonna have they go back across into the water side, but the fire gnome can't go back.
No.
So there's gonna be this really heartfelt moment of when the gnome leaves and the fire gnome has to stay behind, and it's gonna be really sad and moving, and like he's like, I will go kill this dragon and then I'll come back. I'll come back for you.
Oh my goodness.
But
That would have been so much better.
he could
Just make some armor for the little
well, he could have just given her his armor.
Okay, we
and
wrote
then she would she would be fine.
All right, we rode ourselves into a corner. Okay, let's figure out how we could get out of this. She stays on the merchant vessel that brought him across to help that guy work. So she's not with them when they kill the dragon, and so they don't think of it to make her some dragon
No,
armor.
that's not.
It's not good enough, I know.
No, that's not gonna work.
It's not good enough.
No, we'll just have to scrap that epic moment I had planned.
Dang, that's such an epic moment, though.
That she's
So epic.
dying instead.
He's dying. He's getting.
Yeah, she can die. Like she went too far. She was trying to be tough, and she didn't tell them about it. And then by the time they realized, it was too late,
She.
and she was freezing. And she has the fire person equivalent of hypothermia, and
Okay, that's all right.
it's so sad.
I'm gonna adapt to that just for a second. Just for a second, I want to adapt
Okay,
it.
go for
So
it.
she's a fire gnome. She originates on the fire side. And do I have that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So she's a fire gnome. She's helping them fight the ice dragon. And
Mm.
she jumps in front of the other gnome. No, actually, I don't know what they. She gets hit by a portion of the fire, the ice flame, and she's slowly turning to obsidian as the other as our hero gnome
No.
grabs her and goes, "No, stay with me, stay with me." She's like, "I can feel my life fading away." And she turns to obsidian. Now she's an obsidian statue. No, I don't think that's good enough either.
Would it be unethical for him to bring the statue with him wherever he goes?
He puts it in his hat because the hat is also a foot tall.
It just brings it with him.
Because the gnomes are a
That'd
foot
be
tall.
fun, like bringing a dead body with you wherever you go.
I mean, I think people do like crazy stuff with ashes a lot of the time. Like, I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah. Like, I have heard that people can make ash rings. Like, you could give the ashes of one of your loved ones to a jeweler. They make him into a ring jewel, and then they give it back to you, and you wear it around, or like a necklace.
That's very okay. Moving on. Okay, well, we can scrap that whole, as emotional and amazing as that scene might be, we can leave it on the
All right.
cutting room floor if we want.
Dang it. All right, we'll figure this out later. I want it, though. I want it.
It doesn't fit well. It doesn't fit as well as it could. If there was just some reason of why the dragon scales wouldn't work on her.
I don't know. We can figure that out later. Like, I'm out of ideas.
Maybe she gets captured or something.
She gets captured.
Anyway, okay, we'll move on.
Right. So
she gets captured by the pirates again.
No, we've already done that. Let's do a dragon. Let's do an evil dragon on the water side.
On the water side?
Yeah.
Scoops her up.
Scoops her up and
Because
holds
she's
a
warm.
ransom.
And then to go to that dragon to kill that dragon because that dragon has the fire gnome.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
And that's also the dragon that killed
Yes.
the other people.
It
killed the elf's love, and it killed the dwarves' parents. I mean, family.
Yes.
So
It's the dragon of the root of all of their problems, except for the gnome. The gnome.
It's also a giant dragon.
It's a giant dragon.
Absolutely massive. And it has little dragon babies.
Oh my goodness, it has little dragon babies. Is it morally wrong to kill a baby dragon?
No, because the baby dragons are going to be trying to kill
Maybe the baby dragons. Let's not call them baby. Let's make them little dragons and also make them hundreds of years old. Because it takes them a long time to get big. It takes them thousands of years to grow. Lots of eating food.
They never stop
They
growing.
never stop
They
growing.
just
Which explains why the tribute
more
always goes up every year.
because they have to eat more to get bigger, and they always want to get bigger because the bigger, the more powerful. The more powerful, the more land. The more land, the more food. The more food, the happier.
A hunger that never dies within their soul. A hunger for power, a hunger for food, a hunger for food, a hunger for everything. They want to devour everything.
Yes.
These dragons are so
If
malicious.
you wanted to make the moral aspect of this even more terrifying, you could say that this dragon has a group of people working for it
Like a
that
cult, a
are so
dragon
terrified.
cult.
Yeah, exactly. So then not only do they have to kill these little dragons, they have to kill these other people who serve the dragon.
Oh, so that means
So it's not quite as
they have to gather an
easy
army
as it.
to fight the army and all the little dragons. And so the human goes to all the human people and goes, "It's time that we become free." And the dwarf goes to all his dwarven friends and he goes, "It's time that we become free." And the elf goes to the elf people and it's time to become free. And the gnome goes to the gnome people and it says, "It's time for you pansy dancing people to pick up some weapons and let's go become not slaves anymore." Because that's how the gnome would say it, because he's not as elegant in his words.
Yes, exactly.
And the army shows
You
up.
have this army of all these different species coming together to fight against the cult of dragons.
The cult of dragons and the dragon and all of his the little dragons, and it's this crazy epic battle and they defeat the dragon. But
That's it. They just defeat it. That it just
I couldn't think of
defeated.
anything. I couldn't think of anything. How do we make this more cool? How do we make this legit?
Here's how you make it legit.
How do we make it
Okay.
legit?
It's an epic battle between this army of terrified people who have lived their lives under oppression and are fighting for the very future of their children and their children's children against this army of dragon riding cultists who serve the, as they see it, all powerful dragon so that they can be protected from being eaten. So they have no qualms with dying. They have no problem with killing, and they have nothing stopping them from, I don't know, destroying everything in their paths. So you have this epic clash between them, and then while that's going on, you have the now six heroes because there's the man, the elf, the dwarf, the gnome, the fire gnome, and the fire guy,
Mm-hmm.
fire person, whatever, with the obsidian spear. And they are going to fight the dragon. And so they come up with this plan that is a really good plan that I'm not sure what the plan is,
Check. All right, okay,
but it has something to do with distract. Okay, go.
I got the plan. I got the plan. Okay. This is the plan. But first, I had okay, no, I will
Uh-huh.
go to the plan, but I'll go back to my other thought earlier. It was involving the gnomes again. The plan is that dragons don't like each other, right? Because they're selfish creatures.
Right.
So
So the plan is to dress themselves up like another dragon. Sorry, keep going.
I was gonna make it to where an ice they infuriate an ice dragon.
They capture an ice dragon.
Capture an ice dragon or they infuriate an ice dragon and they get the ice dragon to show up to the other side to the water place. No, It's not a good plan. It's a terrible plan. That'll be season 2. That'll be the next movie. They fight
Okay,
a bigger,
here's the
worse
plan.
fireside. Okay, what's the plan?
Here's the plan. Okay. They are going to equip the gnomes with obsidian hats.
All of the
They
gnomes.
don't have enough obsidian hats, so they have to substitute for other materials.
Steel hats.
Then, yes, then they distract the dragon as the army of gnomes crawls through the legs of the fighting people up the hill into the cave where the dragon is, or wherever the dragon is. As the 6 people are cutting at the dragon and trying not to die and getting fire
Jumping and
at
dodging
them,
and
and
fighting and slashing.
yes, and every time one of them is about to get killed, the one on the other side stabs the dragon and he turns around or something like that. And it's a very close game, and everybody's running out of energy and they're getting tired. And then the gnomes crawl up and start climbing underneath the dragon and stabbing it with their pokey hats.
Well, every time the
And
dragon
the
picks up a
obsidian,
foot, the gnomes run underneath the foot, and because gnomes are really tough, and
exactly,
as the foot comes down, it impales itself on the obsidian and steel hats.
exactly.
Okay, I gotta fix a continuity error real quick. The gnomes go up to our hero gnome, and they're like, "We don't want to fight the dragon. We only want to do it. We only want to dance battle with the dragon. We can defeat it that way." And our gruff gnome goes, "This dragon can't dance." And all the gnomes go, and one of the gnomes picks up one of his steel hat and he puts it on and goes, "A dragon that cannot dance must not live."
How to dance.
Okay, I was just getting all the gnomes hyped. Just getting the gnomes hyped.
That's better. Yeah,
and all the gnomes like start doing, they start becoming hopping mad, and it's really kind of funny because they're all like really small and they start hopping up and down. They're ready to get the dragon because he can't dance.
Exactly.
The dragon doesn't do.
And then the dragon, as they're fighting the dragon sees them and he scoops up a bunch of them right in its mouth, and swallows them,
And swallows them.
and he's defeating all of the people, and he knocks some, and whoever the main character is, it's the last guy, and he puts him down, and he's trash talking him, and he's like, "Okay, all of this, you've traveled all across the 2 realms, and all this just to get
Just to
killed."
defeat me.
And he's about to
Utah.
stab his claw right through him, and then something flies into the big dragon, and it's the obsidian smith dragon.
Oh my goodness.
He left his solitude fortress
I
and
have so many questions.
decided it
Continue.
was time to come out of hiding and do something with his life. And now they have him on their team, and the dragon's flying around the other dragon, shooting it with fire, and the bigger dragon's swiping at it. And then he starts coughing up blood. And then he falls over dead, and a bunch of gnomes start coming out.
They're coming out of his
stomach.
Oh, that is crazy. In his mouth, just start like
Everything.
coming out from all parts of his body, like just stabbing through the sides. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Glad we don't have to see that.
Yeah. That's kind of a terrifying thought.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't think about how.
and the gnomes come out, and like one of them's like, "I have captured the heart of the dragon," as it's like beating its last as he rips it away from the arteries, and he's like, "The heart of the dragon is in my hands." And he's covered in blood.
And then they have a giant dance
They start dancing.
party.
They start dancing on the corpse of the dragon. They're
And then
and he's like,
in
they're widowy hitting the guard.
flying army style, the cult sees that their leader is dead and they start offing themselves.
I like it. Lots of. There's so brutal.
Yeah. But the land is free,
The land is
and
free.
all of the tyrannical dragons are dead, and all of the cult people are dead, and the heroes can continue on to the next dragon, and maybe some of them died. I don't know.
They hear of an ice dragon on the fireside, a big bad one that rules a lot of the place, and that's a story for another time.
Yes. Yes.
Dude, that was an adventure.
Sponsors?
That was an adventure. I just want to sit here for a
That
sec.
was quite.
That was an adventure, dude. I'm glad. Thanks for everybody for listening this far.
Yes.
We did not know how that was all gonna go down. We never do. So it's always an adventure.
And it's always surprising. We never know what's going to happen.
This is discovery right
We
now.
have about a sentence of idea prepared, and then everything else is just spontaneous as it comes.
But it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm glad
Go
you guys
back and
come in.
listen to
Mhm.
some of our previous episodes
I'm glad you guys could come along with us.
if you want to.
Well, thanks everybody for listening. We're gonna go through do sponsors now. See you guys on the next one. And we got some cool sponsors though, if anybody wants to listen. One of our great sponsors is an author. DJ knows much more about this. I know the author just came out with a new book.
Yes.
Tell us more about that.
Yes, Nathan Wayne. His name is Nathan Wayne. He just came out with a book called The Zebulon Dagger. It's part of his Sunland saga, and it's about this group of individuals who come together and search for the dagger because it holds powers that are not known, and so everybody kind of wants it to see what it does, thinking it'll give them the upper hand in the desert and it'll give them the power to rule. So go ahead and give that a read. He has 2 other books on Amazon as well. That's Nathan Wayne, The Zebulon Dagger. And we have a sponsor, tabletop RPG that Ezekiel knows about.
I do know about that. I'm currently testing a game called Incredible Quest. It's a D20 system, similar to D&D and Pathfinder. So if you're fans of that, be looking for Incredible Quest to come out in a couple years. The release date is yet to be announced, but it is a really fun system. It allows you to play in any sort of fantasy or sci-fi world. It also allows you to create any character that you can imagine within its game system. You want to play Spider-Man? You can play Spider-Man. You want to play Halo for Master Chief? You can play Halo for Master Chief. It allows you to make all of that within its gaming system. A lot of creative freedom, a lot of fun. Check it out when it comes. But for now, I'm glad you guys stuck around, and thank you guys for listening. Catch you guys on the next one. Anything else, DJ?
Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Bye.